What is going on, fellow fans of Clash Royale? Thank you guys so much for stopping by, spending a few minutes of your day with me. Yes, it's the Double Golem Assault deck. We've got several different players using Double Golem strategy today, and this is something you might catch on Camcord. It's where I live stream a couple times a week. Join me anytime. The URL is in the description. It's a free app for both Android and iOS users. Come join me. I give away gift cards, do stream clans. We have all sorts of crazy fun, but let's get into these strange attacks. We're talking about using the Golem along with a mirror card for some Double Golem madness. Now, if you can get the Double Golem to work, obviously you're going to need an Elixir Collector because it is just severely, extremely, consistently, overwhelmingly demanding on Elixir, and obviously you probably want to be going late game with this in that last minute of Double Elixir. So right here we've got Detweiler from Full Attack facing that player there from Star something or other, and you can see the opponent also has an Elixir Collector and the Golem going, but Detweiler has the Mirror card and is working the Elixir Collectors and falling behind a little bit early. But that's the thing about this deck, is the Golem, and especially Double Golem, if you can get it off, is very good late game, and even falling behind an entire tower like is just about to happen here isn't really a problem when you can push hard down the opposite lane and sometimes grab the 3 crown. Now, Detweiler is a level 9, so obviously not fully maxed out cards, but nonetheless doing a great job losing a tower. But he's prepared. He's focusing on the late game with the Double Golem Assault. So again, just kind of planning things out. He's pushing a little bit, not getting a lot done. He is going to get some hit points off that left tower. But again, it's about patience. It's about not getting frustrated. And obviously, it is very difficult when you go down early in a match to avoid getting frustrated and to avoid rushing. You've got to play slow. Slow play is the key to success in this game. Don't push, don't waste Elixir, don't drop troops right on the river as soon as you have that Elixir. And that is really something that I am going to talk about in upcoming Clash Royale episodes. In each episode, I like to share at least one extremely important strategy, and today it really is to slow play, to save that Elixir and to wait for your opportunity. Now here it is, Detweiler going down the right-hand side, and right away he's gone Golem, Double Golem with the Mirror spell, despite the fact that there is a huge push coming down the left-hand side. Now Detweiler has gone full on Elixir, and he is going to work a little bit on controlling this push on the left, trying to slow it down as best he can while the Golems go to work on the right-hand side. And that's the thing. Again, a Golem, a bit of a sleeper unit. It doesn't do a great deal of damage, but come on. 2 Golems working in concert, unopposed, and they got to the tower and took it down, tied things up with just over 10 seconds left. And despite the fact that Detweiler has 1,000 or so hit points left on his own King's Tower, he is pushing hard on his opponent's King, and 2 full-size Golems right there. There it is, Double Golem, Double Witch. As we pause the screen, they are going to take it down, and Detweiler with a 3 crown win. Double Golem Assault throwing a Double Witch, and it is an easy victory, just completely overwhelming his opponent. Late in the game, again, waiting for that opportunity and striking like a predator lying in wait for its victim. Alright, so we're going to move on to a recent battle that I had against a level 12 player. So again, playing up 1 level, but I've brought the Golem, I've brought the Mirror card, the Elixir Collector, and really the rest of the cards, a lot of it is just to cycle through. It could be a Golem Mirror cycle deck, because the idea is to try to get back to that Golem and put 2 down at one point late in the match while your Elixir Collector is working hard. So again, early in the match, it's just a matter of holding your opponent off and trying not to fall too far behind. I didn't get off to a great start there, let his Prince get through early. But again, if I can avoid getting 3 crowned early, I should be able to come back late, especially if I can catch him off guard. And of course, sometimes you will see players that are a 1 level higher with a false sense of confidence. Those higher, more powerful towers and better cards can sometimes lead to your opponent being a little bit careless, and that is what we are hoping for again in this match. So I'm not holding the Golem for the very last big surprise. I'm going to use it early to try to protect this tower down the left, dropping it from the very back, giving myself time to build up. Now there goes a lightning spell. It woke up the king, but it did take out that elixir collector. So maybe this guy is also getting ready in case he needs to try to beat me 2-1. But there it goes. The twin golems right on the river. We didn't waste any time. They are moving in, and that lightning spell, I really wasn't going to go double golem this early. But when he dropped the lightning, I knew that that was an opportunity to catch him low on elixir, and it did work out. I've got both golems to the tower. One is in golemites, the other is still full size, and that is bad news as they work on that tower. And once again, despite the fact that they are not a DPS unit, far from it, they alone are able to get that tower down and put me out to an early lead, just about going into double elixir. Now, getting the 1-0 crown lead early in the first 2 minutes was a big surprise up against a level 12 player, but we're going to try to hold him off. The problem here, I'm not real confident about being able to stop him, and sure enough, he ties it up early, but I've got the double golem ready to go, and that lightning spell, it drops on the golem as I drop the golem just before he drops the lightning spell. Lots of damage on my king's tower, but he did not damage the elixir collector, so we go double golem assault once again at the river, and there it is, double golems moving in. Now, of course, I do have to qualify this deck, and this strategy is very conditional. Double golem assault is not going to be very effective if the player has a lot of defensive buildings, especially inferno towers, to melt down those golems, but it didn't happen here, and I've got, again, 2 golems on his right-hand tower. They are going to work, and there's no way he's going to stop me. That is the second tower down in the last 10 seconds of this match. He had to throw all of his resources to try to stop me, and that meant he had no chance to go after my badly damaged king's tower, and the battle ends with a 2-1 crown victory over a higher level player. Alright, so let's move on to my favorite attack replay of the day. This battle was just fun to watch. You've got the lower level, level 8 player here, throwing out the good luck, and you can see he's got elixir collector, he's got the inferno tower this time, but he also has a giant skeleton and a couple of other tricks up his sleeve. But Andrew is ready for it, and he's got the golem, he's got the mirror card, and he goes for double elixir pumps right off the bat, and that is going to cause him all sorts of problems as the opponent is going to get that giant skeleton to the tower through those goblins. Here it comes, and right away his opponent starts off trolling, throws him the well played. Not very good manners, but nonetheless, the bomb gets there. It's going to take off about 1,000 hit points off of that tower, and obviously this Usoft person thinks he's got a huge lead, and maybe thinking he has an easy win early on, gets a little overconfident with a giant skeleton, throws in the hog rider to try to finish off that tower, and here comes Andrew with his first golem and a set of minions. And once again, like I started out earlier in this episode, this deck and this playstyle is all about being patient, slow playing, not worrying about falling behind, and especially not letting your opponent get to you with trolling taunts like that. Don't worry about it. You are going to have a huge elixir advantage late in the match if you're able to keep those pumps going. And Andrew so far gets them up, and his opponent suddenly goes from well played to not being so happy, and Andrew throwing back the well played in his face, and there it is. There is the double golem crunch right there, the second golem dropping in after that tower goes down. And shortly thereafter, there is a dragon, and in behind that dragon, in just a few more seconds, you guessed it, it's going to be double dragon madness. It is the double golem, double dragon right here. There it is, those units on the battlefield, and this opponent has absolutely no chance. The angry face goes up. There it is. You can see that King's Tower is just about to be a memory. As we go back to the gameplay, it is all over. Andrew very happily being able to throw up the well played, and I have to say, one of the most rewarding things ever is to get an opponent after they've thrown you the well played early, and Andrew did it right there. So there you have it, the double golem assault strategy and double golem assault deck. But again, the lesson applies to any deck you're going to play in Clash Royale, and that is never give up, never say die, play slow. Don't worry if you fall behind, because oftentimes your opponents will make a mistake that you can capitalize on. Thank you guys again for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. I appreciate every last one of you. Hit that subscribe button for daily Clash content, and I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
You don't want to strain something at your age